Hi, and welcome to another episode of our Tiny Cabin Project. This is Charles and Princess Frostbite taking a nap in front of the air conditioner, and John behind the camera. Today, we're going to be talking about a loft ladder solution for our tiny cabin. So stay tuned. Hi, and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about a product review on a loft ladder we purchased. Got it on Amazon, and our tiny cabin is so tiny that we've been having a really difficult time trying to come up with an idea for a loft ladder solution that's also space saving. I stumbled across this on Amazon, and it was like $80. This type of ladder in the stores goes for $200 to $300. I got lucky finding it on Amazon. Well, the really cool thing is on the top, you see there's a little cap right here. The cap was missing right here. And I emailed the seller and asked them if they could send me a new end cap for the ladder. Because it's just, I pay $80 for something, I want it to be right? So he said unfortunately he couldn't sell me just the end cap, that they wholesale these out third party. So he refunded my money completely. So this ladder was 100% free, which is awesome. Now, it's real simple to use. You just unstrap it like that, and then you lift it up, lift it up, lift it up, lift it up, lift it up. The thing I like about this ladder is eventually when we go to put the chimney in for the Dickinson, and when we go to install the window in the loft, this ladder will go up to 12 feet high. And I like it. It's kind of got like a modern look to it. It's, kind of an aluminum industrial look. It's got good solid rubber feet to keep it from slipping. I believe it's rated at 380 pounds, and it's wide enough. For me to make it up into the loft. So there's several different ways you can open and close it. The only thing that does suck about this ladder is it is a little hard on your feet. That's why I had the flip-flops on. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut a little groove right in here, the width of this ladder, so that way it sits in there and I don't have to worry about it sliding back and forth. So I'll just cut in, over, and out. So this will set in at a little bit better of an angle, and I won't have to worry about it sliding on me at all. And I can change the pitch however I want the pitch. So, pretty cool. And then when I'm done with the ladder, out of the way. Bam! Can't beat that. So not only will it work as our loft ladder, it'll also allow us to get on top of the building because the building's 13 feet high. Well, 13 and a half basically. Not counting the cinder blocks. The front of the building is on 3, maybe 4 blocks. Back of the building is not on a block. But it would allow me to get to the loft from the front and all the way up onto the roof from the back. So, nice loft ladder solution for a downstairs floor plan of 8 by 12. The total outside diameter of the building is 8 by 16. So we did extend the sleep loft out further. So I'm guessing we probably have, counting the sleep loft, of usable square footage, probably close to 120. Between 115 and 120, somewhere around there. I haven't gotten out of the tape measure to be really anal and figured out, because the bottom line of the fact is, it is micro, which Deep Diedrichson would totally love because it's super tiny. And with that, I think it's time to go do some fishing. We got our new window installed. We decided we're not going to install the loft window today. We did have, John carried it up there to make sure it's going to fit. On one of our next visits, I'm going to go ahead and buy the bead board, put it up on the roof. Bobby Paradise asked me again, so why didn't you insulate your walls? So the reason again why we didn't insulate the walls is because the outside sheathing siding is 1/4 inch thick, and the birch plywood that we put up is fourth of an inch thick. Yeah, 1/4 of an inch thick birch plywood, and this is bolted in so tight that it creates air pockets within the wall, kind of similar to that of a hot cold cup that you would get to keep your coffee in. So that's my premise behind my idea of not insulating the walls. Several people have suggested that I go ahead and still insulate the ceiling, but I don't know that I'm going to do that either, for 2 reasons. Same principle. There is insulation in between the plywood sub roofing and the tin roof. There's a moisture barrier and a thin layer of insulation. And since this is such a small spot, once we get the Dickinson stove up and going, I'm afraid if I insulate this anymore, this cabin will be so airtight, and with it being so small, I'm really concerned with having any kind of downdraft occurring in my chimney once the chimney's installed. Because you can feel major cabin pressure as is just by opening and closing a door or opening and closing a window. And right now we have 2 3x9 vents that stay open all the time in the lofts. But eventually one of those is going to be cut out and put a window, and the other one will be... So, until next time, this is Charles with our tiny cabin project saying, catch you later, time to go fishing.